The rumors of Caitlin Clark potentially requesting a trade from the Indiana Fever have been circulating more and more online. Let's take a closer look at the validity of these rumors and explore the potential scenarios that could lead to such a move. First and foremost, it seems that Clark is currently happy playing for the Fever. As a rookie, she appears to be settling in well with the team. She enjoys being near her boyfriend, who works for the Pacers, and she has developed good relationships with teammates like Leah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Erica Wheeler. The Fever also provide a relatively low-pressure environment for Clark to begin her professional career without the intense spotlight of a major market. However, the reality is that the Fever would only consider trading Clark in an extremely lopsided deal that heavily favors them. The only scenario in which this could happen is if a team like the Phoenix Mercury were to unexpectedly fall apart. Let's say the Mercury suffer major injuries to Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi at the Olympics, resulting in a disastrous season that lands them the #1 overall pick. In this hypothetical situation, the Fever might be willing to entertain a trade involving the first overall pick, potentially Paige Buchers, and a player like Chendi Carter. But even then, it's highly unlikely the Fever would make such a move, as they would be reluctant to part with a talent like Clark. The reality is that there is no straightforward player-for-player trade that would make sense for both the Fever and the team acquiring Clark. Her value is simply too high, and the Fever would not be inclined to weaken their roster in the process. That said, it's important to note that the upcoming collective bargaining agreement, CBA, negotiations could have a significant impact on the landscape of the WNBA. The current CBA is set to expire after the 2024 season, and it's highly unlikely that Clark would be tied down to the Fever for 10 years, as has sometimes been the case for top draft picks. The new CBA will likely offer players more power and autonomy, including the potential eradication of the core rule and a shift towards more unrestricted free agency. This means that while Clark may be happy in Indiana for now, her long-term future with the Fever is not guaranteed. If the team fails to build a winning culture and surround her with the right supporting cast, she may eventually look to explore other options. Clark is a fierce competitor who has never known anything but success, and she'll want to be in a situation where she can consistently compete for championships. The Fever's front office will need to be proactive in their approach to roster building and player development. They'll need to make smart trades and free agent signings to ensure that the team is competitive and aligned with Clark's style of play. Keeping players like Lexi Hull and making shrewd moves like trading Aaliyah Boston or Alyssa Smith for younger, complementary pieces could be the key to keeping Clark happy and committed to the Fever long-term. Ultimately, while the rumors of Clark potentially requesting a trade may have some merit, it's unlikely to happen in the near future unless the Fever completely fail to build a winning team around her. The front office will need to be strategic and forward-thinking to create an environment that allows Clark to thrive and fulfill her championship aspirations. If they can do that, the Fever may be able to retain one of the brightest young stars in the WNBA for years to come.